For the past 3 years in my career, I transitioned into becoming an Odoo project manager. So I have experience with helping companies onboarding on fully integrated solutions to streamline their operations and grow their business. I used to also onboard companies with Notion or simple tools that can help them to optimize their processes, but that are less integrated. I will explain in this video what are the pros and cons between solutions like Odoo and Notion, and I will use an example that I recently faced with a customer of mine today who are not choosing Odoo, the fully integrated solution, while they might actually need it, versus choosing some more flexible solutions like Notion, the best choice for them today. So let's start with Odoo, and how they actually sell this solution is to say, okay, today you can use one module. For example, you will use Odoo for creating your website, or you will use Odoo for automating your document management, or for automating your quotation and invoicing or inventory management only. And then afterwards, you can add more and more modules and onboard more and more departments in your companies connected to each other using an all-in-one solution that is Odoo. Usually an Odoo project, if we talk about a company that is interested in Odoo, it's usually few months of the implementation, and there is a few costs related to this. So you have to do a thorough analysis at the beginning of the project to make sure that the customer is actually able to implement that solution and is going to be consistent in the usage of the solution so that they actually benefit it fully. Now, the main thing that usually companies forget to consider is that Odoo on the back end will have a lot of different databases, and some information will be filled in without even the customer to know about it. And for example, when you start using the sales modules, the purchase modules, the invoicing modules, it actually creates accounting data. And then if you don't want to use Odoo for your accounting from day one, then you might have some surprises, or your accountant might actually have some surprises if they start using Odoo after a few months of implementing that solution in the company. And that might create some heavy topics of discussions in the company, and it might slow down the implementation afterwards. So that's why this startup company that I met last week didn't choose Odoo, even though they have a team and they have some investment, because they have to create an MVP, a minimum viable product, in the next 6 months. And that's why they didn't choose Odoo, because it would be too long to onboard the whole team on the tool. And they prefer to use Notion because they can use it to create different workspace for different areas of the company, and they don't need to integrate everything together. They can create separate databases and separate elements for now, and then later on decide on a fully integrated solutions like Odoo once they have their product running and they are ready to scale their business. So if you are hesitating between Odoo and Notion, you have to realize that one of the tools will require you to think long-term in the future, saying, am I going to actually use the solution with its full potential over the next years? And am I ready to implement on all of these modules? Because in the end, that's what the tool is made for, and that's how it's actually very beneficial for your company. And compared to, okay, today I have a very blocking issue or an urgent issue, and I'd rather use one tool for that solution and another tool for another solution, even though they are not communicating together today, that's okay, because my team and my company at the moment is not ready for a fully integrated solution. Now, Notion also sells themselves as all-in-one solution because the applications you can do with Notion is probably endless, and you can connect it with other softwares as well. So it might not be a bad choice to actually choose Notion now and then say, okay, I'm going to connect it later on to another tool. Although if you choose a tool like Odoo, you might not need to create a connector, and that might actually be better integrated in the end. So there's no better or worse solution in this case. It's just a question of where you are in your business evolution. And if you have more questions, you can always ask Odoo experts or Notion experts. If you have questions on these tools, you can always ask in the comments, and I will be happy to try to give you the best answer possible. And don't hesitate to reach out to all these companies, huge community, because there are many people on these different communities that can help you with your business issues. I hope it helped you to clear out a little more about how to choose between Odoo or Notion and all the different tools that are available on this market. And I wish you a lot of success in scaling your business. Have a good day, guys, and hopefully see you on the next video tomorrow.